How to buy on Temu from Canada. The first and most important thing is that I recommend you create an account, but on the phone app. Because the app is where offers are most often available. Whereas on the website, let's say there aren't as many discount codes. However, I will leave a discount code in the description and the link to a page where Temu often gives completely free gifts. So you can go there and check it out. Now, to start with this tutorial, the first thing you need to do is go to the top right, where the flag appears. We are going to click Change Country. Here you can choose the country. You must choose Canada to buy directly in Canada, clearly. And then, here in language, you can choose between English and French, depending on how comfortable you feel and the language you prefer. Now, starting with the video, we're going to begin here. The first thing we need to be able to shop within Temu is to know the types of prices that exist. For example, the first one we have is the price in orange. What this means is that here, as you can see, it will have a price limit. That is to say, this price that appears here will be available for 20 days, 13 hours, and 15 minutes. In the case of this product, it has quite a bit of time on offer, so there's no problem. But when, for example, this offer expires in 5 minutes, it means that this price is going to change. And when it changes, it turns to black as we see here. And when it turns to black, it means it completely loses the offer it previously had. That's why we see that some products have the price in orange and others have the price in black. Now, once you choose the product, let's say, this one, we're going to see something. And that is, depending on the product you choose, it has different variations. For example, in this case, we have the color black and matte black. What this means is that, as you notice, something changed. The color black has one price, and then the matte black has another price, which is generally higher. So this applies to different products, whether they are tech products or directly clothing. Because what will happen is that if, for example, there is a product, a t-shirt, or whatever that comes in different colors, sometimes there are colors that are more expensive than others. And in the case of tech products, it might be that sometimes a variation has some additional accessories. This matters because when you're browsing here on the homepage, you'll see that there are products that appear to you at a certain price. For example, this one, and when you enter, if you see that it has different colors, the price might be different, so it might show you 10.92 for this case. But then, upon entering, if we change the color, notice that the price might change. The next thing we need to keep in mind when buying within this theme is that if I, for example, choose this option, I first have to read the product title correctly. Read in detail to ensure it is what I need, and then I will move on here to the lower part where the reviews are, and here read the reviews from people who have already purchased this product. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is to come here, where it says View All Reviews. And here you will go directly to where it says Photos and Videos, and you will be able to see people who have already bought this product. For example, if it's a piece of clothing in different sizes, and some show how this product fits. Let's say they are trying it on, and this way you can see how it looks in real life. I mention this because when you see the photos of the main product, maybe they put the photos that look the best, better, and that are shown in greater detail and in a better way. But the photos we will have in the reviews look more realistic. And in this way, you will really know how that product looks in real life and if it might interest you. Now, the next thing is that this is also important because here we will find out how the people who bought this specific product fared. And here we see that many have 5 stars, and if we look here, we have 10,840 reviews with a rating of 4.7 stars. This means that 10,840 people have already bought it, or even more. It's just that not everyone leaves a review. And the important thing here is that there should be at least 100 reviews, and here it should be at least 4 stars. Why do I tell you this? Because if we are going to look for other products, for example, look at this one. It indeed has 5 stars, which means it is a very good product. But the downside is that only 2 people have reviewed this product. So we can't be too sure if it's a good product or not, because obviously with very few reviews, it's very easy to have a good rating. Whereas here, since there are so many reviews, we realize that it is definitely a very good product, because despite being owned by many people, it has a rating. Very good, it's 4.7. Once we are sure about the product with the photos and reviews, we can scroll down to the product description, which is here. Here would be the name of the store selling us this product. Another thing is that more information will appear here that wouldn't appear above. For example, videos, the product name, and if it's a tech product, for instance, we can copy the reference and look for video reviews on TikTok or YouTube or any social media. Look, here we find more information about this product. Then what we can do is, once we understand what we are buying, we choose the specific product, the specific color, for example, this red one. Then, in case it's clothing, you choose the size, for example, this one here, and then you click Add to Cart. Sometimes we will have a price limit, meaning it will tell you that you can't buy a very cheap product, but rather you need to buy several products to reach a minimum purchase amount. And this will depend on each country, so you have to go in and see what the minimum is for your specific country. You simply do this by clicking here to see everything you have in the cart, and there it will show you what the minimum is. For example, on this occasion, I am going to remove what we just added and go to the cart, and here it shows me that I must spend a minimum of 10. But depending on the country you are in, it will show you a different amount of money. But before going there and completing the purchase, I am going to add this back to the cart. Let's scroll down here, because to get this free shipping that appears here in most countries, we have to meet that shipping minimum. In this case, it's 10, but in other places, it will be different. Then we have the following, which is that Temu has regulations regarding the return of orders and all that. For that, you will click here where it says why choose Temu, and you will read all this in detail so that you know. What happens if your product doesn't arrive? What happens if your product arrives damaged? Because if it arrives damaged, you have to make a claim, and you might get your money back or you might not. But for that, you need to keep all this in mind. For example, all the warranty regulations. Then we have time to return it, but up to 90 days. That is, if we take more than 90 days to return the product, they will assume that we are already satisfied with it, and then we will no longer be able to make any returns, and then they explain everything about reviews and all this regarding privacy security, all about free shipping and free returns. Now let's go back here. Once we have the product, we will now go to the cart and see that it already lets me buy here. I will leave a coupon on the screen for you to apply a 40% discount. Anyway, in the description, I'll leave you a link so you can buy or go to the free gift section completely free within Temu so you can send it to your home for free. Now, once you're here on the left side, you need to add your address, and once you add it, just leave it there loaded and that's it. And add a phone number because sometimes the delivery people might not find your address and need to call you. And well, once you have it here, the products will appear, as well as the payment methods, which may vary depending on your country. And once you have it here, as I mentioned, you insert the coupon on the right, and then simply click apply, and here you'll see the coupon applied with a discount. And then here, you simply click send order, but before going there, you can see everything that appears here. Depending on where you are located, you might receive a refund for late delivery, meaning if it doesn't arrive on a specific date, then that means you'll receive a credit. This credit can only be used within Temu to make other purchases within Temu.